By the end of this video, you're going to learn how to build real native iOS applications that can be published directly on Apple App Store. Now, this is not going to be one of those videos where you can build some like basic sort of prototypes and some basic demos using some web-based AI tools, because in this video, we're going to use a tool that can be installed directly inside your MacBook, and then it works directly with Xcode. So the app that you will build is already optimized for iOS, and of course, it will be published to App Store without any issues. So right now, there are basically three ways to build an app. The step one is you will learn to code, and you learn Swift, Xcode, or iOS development, and that can easily take 6 to 12 months before you can build something serious. Second option is you hire a developer, and that is what most startups do. But the good iOS developers these days cost around $80,000 to $150,000 a year, and freelance projects can be very costly as well. So that too is not really a viable option. And the third option is you can use these no-code tools, something like Bubble or Glide. But there's a huge problem with these tools. Most of them create web wrappers, not real native applications, and that leads us to poor performance and limited features, and worst of all, App Store rejection. So that's why in this video I'm going to show you a solution that can be really helpful for anyone who doesn't know how to write code and anyone who doesn't want to spend a lot of money to build real native applications. So the solution is this AI tool, which is called Superapp, and this tool works only on your MacBook. So you can see right now I have already installed this tool on my MacBook. And also the most interesting thing about this tool is this tool uses the native MacBook iOS simulator that runs your application right here inside your MacBook. So this is not a web-based tool that shows you the preview of your application, but this is actually executing your application while it is being built right here on your MacBook. Another really important thing about this tool is you can import your designs from Figma. So you can connect your Figma account right here, and then you can import your app design directly from Figma. You can also choose the device type as well. You can build applications for iPhone, iPad, and macOS, and also for Apple Watch as well. So next time, if you have any idea to build an application for your Apple Watch, you can directly build that using Superapp. Now the installation process is simple. You can simply just download this for Mac, and after it is downloaded, it asks for the permission from Xcode. So all of the code that will be written, it will connect with your iOS simulator, so it can directly run all of the applications that it is developing directly inside your iOS simulator. So to start using this tool, just go to superapp.com and then just sign up, and then you can start using this for free. There is a free trial. It gives you daily free credits, which are enough for you to like build something serious. And the interface overall you can see is simple as well. And you can see there are some templates. We can use these existing templates as well, or you can just give a prompt, or maybe just use the voice input, and then you can just like start giving it an input and use it to build your next $1 million app idea. Basically, I'm just quickly give it a prompt. I want to develop productivity application. Then I can just mention some features, but in this case, let's just go with like a simple idea, and let's just see what it does. So you can actually mention more features as well. You can mention a certain style. You can give a certain style of like certain sort of like design reference. So you can mention anything. Right now you can see it has already started developing this productivity application, and it just works like any other AI code editor, but this is just for the native iOS application development, because all of the code that is being run is going to be executed using Xcode, and the preview of the app is going to be run using the iOS simulator that we have in here. By the way, you can choose if you want to show this application for all of these different variants, all of these different models of iPhone. You can run this application on iPhone SE, or 16 Plus, 16 Pro Max, or in fact on the latest 17 Pro Max. So that gives you the freedom to make sure that the whatever app you're building is fully compatible with all of the devices, all of these different variants of iPhone. You can see it has just developed our application right now, and this is a proper productivity application. With just one simple prompt, it created this beautiful looking productivity application, which is a real native iOS application, and I'm testing it on the real iOS simulator. This is not a web wrapper. This is a real native iOS application, and this is of course just the basic front-end design right now, but we can just like carry on and build further features. We can add more features into it, and also you can see the UI itself is the Glass UI. So this app was developed using the latest iOS Glass. So it already looks modern. So next I can just ask it to build any further features, maybe build out the task screen. So I can simply just click on that, and now it is going to build this task screen. You can see everything is fully synchronized. Whenever it will finish writing code, it will be automatically updated inside simulator. So basically your code is directly being executed inside Xcode. So that actually keeps everything straight from very beginning. You're building a real application, not just a random like cross-platform application. This is a real native iOS application. And once we'll be done with that, then I'll show you how you can build the database for this application and how you can actually add the subscription into your application. All of this can be built right here using this tool. See, it has already executed the updated code, and now this task functionality is ready. And just have a look at the UI design. It doesn't look like it was built using AI, so it looks like proper professional iOS application, and you can see everything is working professionally. Perfect. And in fact, I can just add a task. So if I can just click on this, and now I can just like write the title of a task, and then category, date, click on add, and now it can just add a task. And also one more thing, as soon as you finish updating the code, it automatically executes the code, and then it automatically opens the simulator for you. You don't have to do anything. Basically simulator is working in background, and everything is showed to you right here in real time, and everything is basically updated right here in simulator automatically. Now to build a backend for this application, you can easily just use Supabase. So Supabase will be automatically integrated inside your application, and then you can easily just build backend. You won't have to do anything. All you have to do, just sign up on Supabase and then connect it with your application. So right now you can see inside here, there is this connect your database to store app data. You can simply just click on that, and there you can see it is asking us to sign in with Supabase. So you can just log into your Supabase account using GitHub or using simply by continue with Google, and you can see I have just logged into my Supabase account. I'm just going to click on link account. You can see it has already fetched all of my projects in here from this Supabase account. I can simply just click on connect. It is connected, and now I can easily just build my backend using Supabase and add any backend related functionalities. That includes building authentication system, building anything related to your backend basically. Another most important factor about your application is your subscriptions, how you can introduce subscriptions into your application. And I know myself, doing it manually, it takes a lot of time, but this problem is solved because you can easily connect a third-party application which is called RevenueCat. So this is RevenueCat. This is 100% free to use. You can simply just click on pricing, and you can see you can build absolutely for free. You only pay 1% after you cross $2,500 per month. So there is no fixed cost involved in RevenueCat. So after you connect Supabase and RevenueCat inside your application, now the process from here is simple. You can just like give prompt and ask it to build anything using these third-party services. Like I can ask it to use Supabase and build an authentication system, and you can see it is automatically fetching all of the details that it needs from Supabase. That includes project URL, that includes Supabase publish keys, and basically executing SQL queries as well. You don't need to do anything. Basically it is doing everything by itself. You are just like giving it a prompt and then testing your application inside the iOS simulator. I don't know if you're impressed or not, but I am actually super impressed by this tool, because building iOS applications natively has always been challenging. Even using Cursor, even using all these other AI code editors, it has been challenging because those AI tools just do not understand the iOS infrastructure. There are always issues in package dependencies and some other Xcode related issues, but using this tool, basically it solves all of these issues. It basically understands everything related to iOS app development infrastructure, so the chances of having issues and having errors during the development reduces a lot. And also because everything is running through the iOS simulator right here on your MacBook, so as soon as you submit your application, there are high chances that your application is going to be approved in just first attempt. And that's just not possible with any other web-based AI code editors, I can tell you that, because none of those tools are actually built just to develop the native iOS applications. And you can see apparently it has already finished writing code, and right now it is building the project. So you can see after the first build, there was some code that needed to be updated. So it updated that code, then it executed the project again, it created the build again, and then there was some sort of update which was required inside project.yml file, and then it created the build again. So basically if any sort of error that it faced during the development, it automatically fixes that error, and now it is executing and running this application once again. There you go. You can see it is automatically opening this application right now, and we have got the authentication screens in here. Here is the sign up screen and this is the login screen. So this tool so far is one of the best tool out there to build iOS applications. I'm not just hyping it for no reason, but this tool actually works. But if you want to develop iOS applications, I think there is no better alternative right now on the market other than this tool. So just go ahead, give it a try, and let me know in the comment section if you want me to make more videos about this tool, because I can build like complete full stack iOS applications using this tool. I can build full backends and also create subscriptions, and also we can actually publish an application as well using this tool. So I can record an entire process from an idea to then submitting this application to Play Store. So all of this I can build. So if you want me to create more detailed, more in-depth tutorials using this tool to develop iOS applications, just leave your comments in the comment section, and I'll see you next video. Bye bye.